The leadership race in the UK leading to a potential diplomatic spat. Liz Truss asked whether France is a friend or foe to Britain and responding that the jury is still out. This happened during a hustings in her Conservative leadership contest against Rishi Sunak. For more on that story, let's cross to our London correspondent, Bénédicte Pavio. Bénédicte, can you give us a bit more context on how these words came out?
Well, let's first say that for a current Foreign Secretary, Liz Truss, who, of course, wants to succeed Boris Johnson, and if we're to believe the polls, will indeed do that very thing, become Tory leader and the next Prime Minister on the 6th of September, so days away. For her to say the jury is out on the French President, President Macron, when she was asked friend or foe, is significant. So why is it significant? Because France is one of the UK's closest allies, and it's significant because, as I just pointed out, she looks set to become the next Prime Minister, succeeding Boris Johnson. So, of course, that is very significant for the year or years to come. Interestingly, when her rival, who is way behind, if we're to believe the polls, Rishi Sunak, the ex-finance minister, was asked the very same question about President Macron, he said friend. So it was applauded. This remark was applauded in the hall at the time, which perhaps is not surprising, since she is very much really trying to burnish her credentials on being a Brexiteer, although, of course, she was initially against Brexit of the UK. Now, unsurprisingly, this was criticised very much immediately, very swift reaction from the Labour Party's David Lammy. He accused Ms Truss of, quote, a woeful lack of judgment, saying she had insulted one of Britain's closest allies. Also, a former foreign minister, Alistair Burt, he said Ms Truss had made a serious error and should have struck a more diplomatic tone. Another former Conservative minister, Gavin Barwell, under Theresa May, he questioned Ms Truss's comment, saying, you would have thought the Foreign Secretary was aware we are in a military alliance with France. Now, of course, there are bones of contention and very difficult dossiers between the two countries, whether it's Brexit and the UK wanting to rewrite quite a lot of that pact between the United Kingdom after it exited and the 27 other EU countries, whether it's the illegal migrants who are coming over by their thousands every year now from French shores, whether they come from Afghanistan, Somalia, or indeed, as more recently, a great deal from Albania, whether it's the difference in approach to Ukraine, the fact that President Macron has wanted to keep that dialogue going between very much the Russian president and France and the EU, which, of course, is not the stance taken by Boris Johnson. So we see that there are real tensions between the two countries. So perhaps a weather forecast. Be aware in the channel of possible storms to come if indeed Liz Truss becomes Prime Minister and if indeed she is to be judged by her words last night.
Storms are brewing. Bénédicte Pavio with that report from London.